Take a deep breath and join me for tonight's gentle tale. Veronica and Clover's Celebration of Light. This story is a celebration of winter, friendship, and the enchanting magic of seasonal festivities shared between Veronica and the winter spirit, Clover. Once upon a time, in a tranquil village nestled among snow-capped mountains, lived a young woman named Veronica. Famed for her warmth and kindness, she was beloved by all who knew her. Veronica possessed an unyielding love for winter, and eagerly awaited the celebration of the Festival of Light each year, which painted the village in shimmering beauty. Veronica's favorite part was the arrival of the winter spirit, a gentle spirit named Clover, who visited the village during the festival. Clover brought with him the purest snowflakes, which danced in the night sky like stars and filled the hearts of everyone with joy. Clover was an ethereal being adorned with robes made of velvet frost and eyes twinkling with the enchantment of the winter cold. His presence was a reminder of the serene beauty and peace winter could bring. As the festival approached, Veronica prepared for home with care, stringing garlands of pine and holly round each window. She quoted luminaries to light the path to her door, each one a beacon to welcome her beloved friend. On the eve of the festival, a gentle snowfall began, cloaking the village in a comforting white blanket. Veronica stood by her door, anticipation sparkling in her eyes, awaiting Clover's arrival. As midnight struck, the village bell tolled gently, and Clover appeared at the edge of the forest, his silhouette outlined against the silver moon. Veronica rushed to greet him, her heart swelling with joy and gratitude. Together, they strolled through the village, waxing eloquent about the wonders of winter, the beauty of snowflakes and the joy this season brought to people's hearts. Clover enchanted the villagers with stories of ancient winters and filled the air with laughter and warmth. As they reached the town square, Veronica and Clover joined hands beneath the grand fir tree, adorned with glowing lights and sparkling icicles. With a gesture, Clover sent snowflakes cascading down, each one catching the light in a dazzling display. The villagers gathered around, holding candles, their faces glowing with delight and wonder. Veronica watched as children danced with joy, their laughter ringing like sweet melodies in the crisp May air. Clover whispered to Veronica, thanking her for her unwavering faith in the magic of the season. Veronica smiled, feeling her spirit illuminated by his words. The festival ended as the dawn began to break, signaling an end to the night's magic, but ensuring the hopeful anticipation of Springside's return. Veronica bid farewell to Clover, knowing he would return next year, and cast the enchanted night's memories into the depths of her heart, an ember burning brightly through the cold, winter nights. The new chapter begins to bring you peace. The tender bond of Lily and Susan. This story is about a young girl named Lily and her extraordinary friendship with Susan the gentle beast, marked by a deep bond of tenderness and understanding. In a quaint little village nestled between the rolling hills and lush forests, there lived a young girl named Lily. Her hair was golden like the morning sun, and her eyes sparkled with the wonder of countless stars. Every evening, she would wander off into the woods, drawn by the whispers of the gentle breeze and the promise of adventure. One day, as the amber hues of twilight painted the sky, she encountered an extraordinary creature, a gentle beast named Susan. Susan was unlike any creature Lily had ever seen, with fur as soft as velvet and eyes that held an ocean of kindness. Though Susan was a creature of unusual size and features, she exuded warmth and serenity. Lily approached Susan with cautious curiosity, her heart thumping against her chest like a drum vibrating under a waterfall. "Hello," Lily whispered, her voice barely audible against the symphony of crickets. Susan's large eyes blinked slowly, almost in a greeting. An enchanting silence encircled them, its embrace tender and soothing. As weeks turned into months, the bond between Louis and Susan blossomed in silence and trust. They spent countless afternoons under the shadowy canopies, listening to the secrets whispered by the wind. As Susan would often find fragrant flowers and present them to Louis, her gentle nature shining through in these simple gestures. In return, Louis would read to Susan from her favorite books, her voice wrapping round them like a favorite blanket on a chilly evening. Susan understood the language of the heart, and Louis's tales of courage and love seeped into her soul. As their friendship deepened, Louis found solace in Susan's company. Whenever life felt overwhelming, Louis would sit by Susan's side, feeling the tender assurance that this extraordinary friend bestowed upon her. Susan taught Louis the art of stillness, an essential skill that helped her embrace the world with quiet strength. Under the shimmering blanket of stars, Louis learned to breathe deeply and let the colors of her imagination paint dreams that floated into the sky. One particular evening, as the moon cast silver threads upon the earth, Louis shared her deepest wishes with Susan. "I wish to spread happiness like a river flows, to touch every corner and cranny with joy," Louis confessed, her voice soft yet determined. Susan, with her enormous paws, gently clasped Louis's hand, sensing the sincerity in her heart. They sat together, letting their dreams intermingle, forging a silent promise to nurture each other's hopes. As the moon slowly descended, weaving strings of light over the horizon, Louis and Susan returned to the village, a lightness in their steps, and an unspoken understanding between them. Attuned to the rhythm of nature, they carried the essence of tenderness that bloomed in their hearts into the world, like petals scattered across the morning dew. With Susan by her side, Louis learned the profound significance of friendship, the gentle whispers that carried the echoes of understanding, the quiet presence that breathed life into the dreams woven anew each day. Their bond, forged in kindness and nurtured by shared dreams, became a sanctuary, a space where their hearts beat with unison, resonating the beauty of compassion and tenderness. A new story begins to guide you closer to sleep. Anemone and the Fire Spirit, Gloxinia, a Tale of Woe. This story is about Anemone, a young botanist who learns the awe-inspiring secrets of nature from the fire spirit Gloxinia. Anemone was a young botanist with a boundless fascination for the wonders of nature. Every morning, she would wander through the emerald forest near her village, eager to discover the hidden marvels to the giant ferns and towering oaks. One afternoon, as the golden sunlight wove intricate patterns on the forest floor, Anemone spotted something unusual, a flicker of fiery light dancing in the breeze. Curiosity piqued, she cautiously approached the source. It was then that she met Gloxinia, a fire spirit, with an aura like the sun's blaze. Gloxinia was unlike any creature Anemone had ever seen. His form was an exquisite fusion of flames and petals, constantly shifting and shimmering with life. "Welcome, young seeker," Gloxinia said, his voice warm and crackling like a hearth's fire. "I am a guardian of this forest." Awestruck, Anemone watched as Gloxinia demonstrated his wondrous powers. With a single gesture, he transformed a barren patch of earth into a field of blooming flowers, each petal aflame with vivid colors. "This place is alive," Gloxinia explained. "Treat every plant, every creature here is part of a delicate symphony orchestrated by the spirits." Anemone listened intently, her heart swelling with wonder and appreciation. She learned how fire's fire helped maintain the forest's balance, nurturing life through fire's rejuvenating touch. "Why reveal yourself to me?" Anemone asked, her voice barely a whisper. "The forest chose you, for you see the beauty that others overlook," Gloxinia replied, his eyes locked on Anemone with a depth that seemed to stretch the forest itself. That day, Anemone was taught to perceive the world in ways she had never imagined. Every rustle of leaves, every whisper of wind became a melody of creation and destruction, eternally entwined. As the sun set, painting the sky in a symphony of gold and crimson, Anemone felt tears of joy and gratitude welling in. She promised Gloxinia that she would share the story of the forest and unseen wonders with those who were ready to listen. Gloxinia nodded, a silent agreement, sealing their newfound friendship. Over the years, Anemone's tales of the fire spirit and enchantment of the forest spread from her village to distant lands, inspiring generations to marvel at the natural world's beauty and mystery. The forest is a guardian, she would tell anyone who would listen, and we are its caretakers. The connection she formed with Gloxinia taught her the importance of stewardship, deepening her reverence for the forest's eternal dance. And so, under the gentle watch of ancient trees, Anemone spent her days nurturing the land, her life a testament to the awe she felt that fateful afternoon. Let's just move gently to the next story. Tiala and the Khalifa, the weaving of affection. This story is a heartwarming tale of a young girl named Tiala, who forms a unique bond with the mystical dream weaver, a Khalifa, for the perfection shared in dreams. Once upon a time, beneath a sky twinkling with 1,000 stars, lived a gentle-hearted girl named Tiala. Her world was one of simplicity and love, nestled in a quaint village surrounded by lush green forests and singing streams. Tiala had a unique gift. She could communicate with the mystical creature known as Khalifa, the Dreamweaver. Their friendship was forged on the silent whispers of dreams shared between realms, where reality and imagination danced together under moonlit nights. Khalifa, bathed in ethereal light and possessing threads of pure silver, was a being whose very existence was a tapestry of dreams and emotions. He would visit Tiala in her quiet slumbers, weaving dreams that sparkled with the essence of hope and buoyant joy. Every thread he spun carried a message of affection, binding their worlds with the warmth of heartfelt companionship. Her village elders spoke of a Khalifa in hushed tones, telling tales of his spirit, visiting those who had heart pure enough to embrace dreams of others. Tiala, with her open heart and endless wonder, was a perfect canvas for Khalifa's intricate creations. One evening, as the sun dipped beneath the horizon, painting the sky with hues of violet and gold, Tiala sat by her window, gazing at the twinkling firmament. It was in this moment of serene contemplation that her thoughts wandered to a Khalifa. She wished to express gratitude for the dreams that made her heart soar each morning with renewed delight. Khalifa, she whispered into the quiet night, hoping her voice would reach across dimensions. As though responding to her heartfelt call, a gentle breeze swirled round her, carrying the soft, tinkling sound of chimes. Khalifa appeared, his presence illumining the dark room with a gentle luminescence. His eyes, deep pools of shimmering light, met Tiala's own with a warmth that could melt even the coldest night. Indeed, he spoke, his voice a melodic symphony. You have brought me joy beyond measure by embracing the dreams I weave. Tiala smiled, her heart swelling with affection. She felt an unspoken bond strengthen between them, a connection that reached far beyond the confines of her small village. She shared tales of her days, her hopes, and her visions of a future woven with kindness. Khalifa listened, each word she shared becoming part of the dreams he would weave, turning them into a bright tapestry of aspirations. As the night grew deeper, stars cascading their ancient tales to the earth below, Tiala and Khalifa found themselves surrounded by a hum of solace and peace. Together, they spun a world where dreams knew no boundaries. Each thread a testament to the affection grown between a young girl and a benevolent dream weaver. In the life of dawn, as dreams faded with the rising sun, Tiao awoke with a heart full of hope and eyes that sparkled with the promise of another night woven in affection. And a Khalifa, a graceful whisper in the breeze, knew that his bond with Tiao was eternal, a sacred thread in the fabric of dreams. Sleep tight, and may your night be full of peace.